first time watching House of the Dragon. It's season 2 we're in. It's episode 8 called House of the Dragon. No, it's called The Queen Who Ever Was. That's what we're gonna watch. Before we get into it, though, Teen had a little question. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing just lovely. My name's Affan, and welcome to the channel. I'm watching this as it is released. For the first time actually in my life, I got around to be able to see the episode as it is released. So yeah, hopefully I can edit it quickly and get it out quickly, because you guys keep asking me to watch it quickly and all that good stuff. I'm just not able to, when I'm able to, I want to do it. But yeah, a lot happened in the last one. Let's just get into this one without any further ado. We're going to talk about all that as we go. But yeah, the ending of the last episode in particular was fantastic. Yeah, man, if you want to see the full-length reactions to these, you can see them on my Patreon. Also, his videos go up first on my Patreon, so you can see them first before everybody else there, and they come over to YouTube. Okay, check it out. Oh, and also, as we are getting close to the finale of this season, I'm going to have an opening for a new show. So if there's something that you would like me to see, do let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed, then go ahead and subscribe. So, when I see those shows, you can watch them with me. As always, I'm trying to catch something new in the intro, but no. So far, not new. I think this might be new. Yeah, this is new stuff. There's all the new dragons. Yeah, there's all new stuff. There's all the new dragons. Because there are 3 new dragons that got claimed. 2 are definitely on Team Black. 1 I'm not too sure about because he went back to King's Landing. Ulf, that guy. So I'm not entirely sure whose side he's on. I think it might be Rhaenyra, but I'm not sure. And I think they're about to get a 4th dragon as well, because I think that girl, Lena or whatever her name is looking for... Oh my goodness, a monkey. I like how in a show where there are dragons all around, a monkey is what surprises me the most.
Not produce such a coin, even if I wanted to.
Again, you plead poverty. It is hollow stuff from the mouth of a Lannister, whose very stables and sculleries are carved into a mountain of gold.
And we will
Are these like the Dornish and those guys?
break the blockade, and it will benefit you.
Do you think we lack for buyers for our tapestries and perfumes?
Tapestries.
Please, blockade or no.
It seems they've got a couple of dwarves here as well.
You need us more than we need you.
It's interesting how, it's a Lannister sitting in front of those dwarves.
Give us the stepstones.
Those rocks have been disputed for a generation.
We will impose a simple tax on those passing through.
We'll drive up the price of basic goods.
It is better than starving, surely.
Fleet of warships, then. Sailing at your command, they would break the blockade and hold the passage.
Very well. Prince Regent may have me hanged for this.
With the armada we send now, you can topple the Prince Regent, sit the Iron Throne yourself.
Lovely. Him being a Lannister, he's probably not gonna refuse that.
The commander of our fleet must agree to go with you. His name is Lohar. The sailors are fiercely loyal to him. If he does not lead them, they will not fight.
Just meet this commander, then.
Is he being set up really like... That's the commander?
Admiral
It seems to have silver hair.
Lannister of Casterly Rock.
That's a girl.
Lord Tywin.
Is it?
It's Thailand.
What sort of man are you? You're thin.
But also tall.
I will not sail with a man who cannot best me.
Oh, lovely.
At what?
Lovely. Whoa. He did that? Wow.
Tom Rum wouldn't go amiss.
The Pretender has found 3 new riders for her dragons.
Mm-hmm.
He flew to challenge her and was rebuffed. Fled in terror. He has gone in fury to Sharp Point
Mm-hmm.
and laid waste to the whole of it.
Yeah.
Fucking mad cunt.
You ain't wrong.
I am the king. Why must I run?
Because the Prince Regent is going to kill you.
As he tried, you know, judging from your condition already.
When Rhaenyra descends on you with her 7 dragons and you without Vhagar, what then?
That's a good point. You're already without or outnumbered. Sort of equalizer you've got is Vhagar.
Part of Harrenhal's gold reserves to the Iron Bank in Bravos. We can live well and remain until what is coming.
Wow, these guys are actually like getting along well.
You want to take me to Essos to live with the goat fuckers?
Well,
Best to live, I think, however you do it.
Is it?
your uncle's dreaming about goats, so it might not be that bad.
Cock is destroyed, did they tell you that? Yeah. It burst into flames like a sausage on a spit.
Do not despair, your grace. There are better days
I
ahead.
did not need to know that.
And the pretender
So his dragon's dead, by the way? Like, what? And his cock? Poor Helene. Well, might be a good thing in this case.
I can't even piss without it running down my leg.
They will be tired of endless deprivation and fear. They will hail the returning king, his father's true heir, Aegon the Victorious.
So I never really thought about this, but how do girls pee?
Aegon the Peacemaker.
I genuinely don't know. He just said it's running down my legs. I'm sorry, that might be a bit too sensitive.
Realm's delight.
Aegon, the Turkish delight, the Westerosi delight. So this is that girl. Also, so she just ran away from her, whatever, the people. And like nobody came after her to like, oh, the princess is gone. No? They're just like, all right, good riddance. Really?
This is more like you, don't you think?
Oh, Ulf. So he came back. All right, cool. So she got 3 new ones.
Prince Jacaerys Velaryon, right here. Who'd have thought it?
He lives here.
I'll have an apology from you. Oh, the young prince! Look at that hair. Dark as they say. Let them tell it.
My mother is the queen.
Dragon riders both, you and I, cut from the same.
Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely.
I will see you hanged and your body fed to the dogs in the street.
I meant no disrespect, my prince.
He was already on the edge. Bro, isn't this dude so much like that guy from The Hobbit? The Hobbit guy. What's his name? I always forget his name.
I cannot erase my doubt. We know little of who they are and what is the strength of their character.
Bilbo, you know, the Hobbit.
I had hoped my advantage may be in deterrence. Vhagar has ever been our foremost threat, and she is now overmatched.
Mm-hmm.
His third brother is untested. He's never left Old Town. And his dragon is younger than Vermax.
But a dragon nonetheless, and you forget another.
Helena's? Yeah.
She does not ride. She has no taste for it.
She may yet be compelled.
I was going to say, we've never really seen her.
Hatched when the Conqueror was king. She is formidable. Still, Helena is no warrior.
Bro, just go and grab her, Helene, and bring her here. She does not belong in that place.
We'll rejoin the blockade on the morrow. Let our foes beware, be they Lannister or Greyjoy. But
Greyjoy.
my ship is no longer the Sea Snake. She was a testament to my own glory. I've given her a new queen who never was.
Wallace.
Queen who never was. Yeah. Queen. Wait, is the episode never or ever? It is ever. Okay, cool.
See to those pigs.
At once, your grace.
So I was just thinking, again, like the Velaryons themselves, can they?
Interesting.
Oh, that's the guy. Yeah.
You've arrived just in time to see my new army. What do you think of it?
It's very large.
So can the Velaryons themselves ride dragons? Because I thought they can because the kids did, but the kids are obviously half Targaryen. So because I was like, I've never seen Corlys on a dragon.
But there are battles to be fought. And in times like this, did you hear something?
This place will have you by.
Yeah.
Your lords will follow you.
I never took you for a turncloak.
Lovely. He didn't like her, like, you know. So.
But what we need in this moment is a king.
Wow. Simply because he's a man. Now, I will say this. Of course, we know that he chooses Daemon simply because he's a man. Because he's questioned Rhaenyra at every turn. But Daemon might actually be the right choice to be the leader. Sir Simon, lovely. Okay. Daemon might be a good choice in this case because he is an actual warrior. And you're in war, you know. But anyways, my point with Corlys was because I was thinking about the bastards, right? So if Valyrians can't, which I presume they can because Adam of Hull can, and it is being implied that he is Corlys's bastard, then is he not Corlys's bastard? Or is he and Valyrians can? That's what I was getting at.
I was happier before I was queen.
She's like, same girl. Us, sister. Us. Or I guess daughter in this case.
Just going to bed.
The crown has need of your service.
Now.
The pretenders raise new riders against us, and we must answer in kind.
They're gonna ask her, yep.
I do not wish to fight.
Our wishes must take second place now, but it is necessary to preserve the throne.
I won't burn anyone.
It isn't a question.
He's too precious. What the hell?
Peril that moved you to burn the town of Sharppoint. Peril or basest fury at your own humiliation. You shall rule the Seven Kingdoms, but you rain ruin and death upon its small folk when you've been insulted, because it makes you feel strong. Now you seek to corrupt your sister, of all our line the gentlest and most deserving.
Yeah.
We'll protect her if she cannot protect herself.
And who will she be if her mind is broken?
It is no longer our rule that is threatened. Very lives, would you not have us prevail?
Not like this. Not like this.
Wow. This is why I was saying, Rhaenyra, just fly in, swoop in, just take her away. Because, like, Rhaenyra's people are actually, like, they actually think and they actually talk about stuff. Do you know what I mean? And Helena seems like she needs that. She's very much like her father. She's a dreamer, you know? So... Alicent.
Do you think nothing of your oath, Lord Commander?
What?
Fucking the Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh, lovely.
Stay in the High Tower name for a generation. King's mother in his hand.
She is my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Do not think I have no shame in me, sir. Desire for women has brought me grief after grief.
Then resisted.
I would that it was so simple.
Sure.
Brothers in the King's Guard find a way.
Do they? Perhaps they do. Or perhaps all men are corrupt. And true honor is a mist that melts in the morning.
Not our boyo Ned Stark. Starky boom, man.
Dragons dance, and men are like dust under their feet.
That is true. And he has actually seen men turn to dust and ash under the dragons.
We march now toward our annihilation. To die will be a kind of relief, don't you think?
He has, as he spoke earlier, considered ending it before as well, so... To die would be a relief. Wow. Hell? Oh, that's the... Okay. The Admiral in Thailand. Whoa! Blue hair and beard. Lovely. There's another dude with blue beard. Kind of looks nice, you know? Oh, green! Wow. These guys are pretty colorful. Oh, lovely.
You have impressed me, Lord Ty. King's Landing has sent a most doughty ambassador.
I hope you will testify to the worth of the ambassador by agreeing to his most humble request.
I will most certainly consider it.
Lovely. Just raising him up.
After dinner.
Hey, it's a date. Where's Reno?
Eating the flesh of your enemies.
Oh, lovely.
I have not, and I would not.
So you reject the hospitality of my house?
I was just thinking, are they like fucking with him?
What do you take me for?
We got the Joker back there as well with the green hair and all, green beard. I'm loving these people, you know? They seem to be a bit more on the creative side. You know, taking liberties. Thinking outside of the box.
Prince to pout.
I'm not pouting.
What would you call it then?
I wonder how the alt-right would feel about those guys, you know? The same.
You're angry.
He's hangry, get some food, and it's all good.
They are an insult to us. What makes us Targaryens? Common louts can ride a dragon, then...
That does not make me common. Or you.
You know what I am.
I don't care. You are the crown prince, the son of the rightful queen. And here you are sulking, because you believe that if not for the dragon or trappings of your station, that you are nothing.
That's true.
Do you believe that you are the first noble heir who was not sired by his noble father? Such is the way of the world, Jace. And in resenting it, you only diminish yourself.
That's true.
I've heard the whispers the whole of my life.
Then prove to them that you are worth. Get up and take your place by your mother's side.
Stuff I know, but she's got a good point there. Prove them all wrong. Don't let the doubters doubt bring you down. Instead, use it to motivate yourself, elevate yourself. This girl.
Here come my lads, my comely boys, and split your sacks.
That's an octopus. But I was gonna say there's a lot of internal struggle. You know, there's Crispy Crunchy, of course. There's Jace. But then on top of that, there's another kind of internal conflict, a civil war, which the whole thing is actually a civil war. Black versus green, they're both Targaryen, right? But then there's like Daemon, you know, wanting to be king, even though he's with Aemond and Aegon. There's another little civil war within a civil war, you know?
You have proven yourself most accommodating and more accomplished than one would think. To look at, I will be pleased to sail at your side.
What about the front and the back?
Gullets on the morrow! And let the sea snake rue the day we meet again.
Well, please, to friendship.
What about the stepstone thing, though?
It is late.
Before you go, Lord Tyler, you are a handsome man.
Hey.
I wish to have children by you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, lovely. Let's do it. Pause.
You want me to?
Indeed.
Intrusive thoughts just came out, you know?
I want you to fuck my wives.
All of them? In one day?
The three of you are not of noble birth, but you have done a thing never dreamed of before.
Oh, it's interesting how they were starving, you know, a couple of days ago, and now they're feasting away. But at the same time, let's not forget, while they feast away, there are thousands of others still starving.
But she is one dragon. This regent cannot defend against all of it.
I'll take him on myself. Silver Wings a go as she is. Nothing.
This guy.
There will be time enough to see which one of us is a coward.
I said more of these little birds.
A knight will comport himself with grace at the Queen's.
Make me a knight then.
You forget yourself, friend.
Sense of humour do you all good.
I do love him, I do.
There is a message.
Not everyone's the same, man. Just... I love it. Oh, no.
Daemon?
The Castellans are Simon Strong. Daemon has raised his army. Simon fears treachery.
I will not allow it. Adam, come with me.
What are they going to do?
Thank you. Birds.
Him and his birds. What? Oh, it's Alice. Oh, okay.
Do you never sleep, witch?
She's crying. Is she?
You wish to bend the world to your will, but you've discovered, I think, that this world will not be governed.
That's true.
There are omens here for those who seek them. You do not scoff.
No longer inclined to.
I'm pleased to hear it. All your life, you've sought to command your own fate. But today you are ready.
Does she want him to give her children to all of her husbands or wives or whatever? Oh, that's that tree, yeah, that bleeds. I know it doesn't bleed, it just looks like blood, but it's like sap or something, I don't know. Is that the three-eyed raven? Oh, the one-eyed raven, yeah, that is the three-eyed. Oh my goodness, White Walkers. The three-eyed, Danny. That's Danny? That's Rhaenyra, okay.
It's all a story.
Elena is here too?
You're but one part in it. You know your part.
Elena, be careful. You know, him and, you know, nieces.
You know what you must do.
Wait, she saw that vision too?
Our mother is not a dragon rider. She cannot understand that you and I have a truer call to heed. Come with me to Harrenhal. We will lay waste to Daemon and his army.
He's got tears in his eyes.
And if I refuse, will you burn me as you did Aegon?
She knows.
Lie.
I saw it.
Like, visions?
You burned him, and you let him fall.
I am.
What you say is treason.
Oh, what you did is treason, you one-eyed raven.
He's yet to see victory. He sits on a wooden throne, and you will be dead.
Spoiler alert.
You were swallowed up in the god's eye, and you were never seen again.
I could have you killed.
It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. Yo, add that with it too. Helena is too precious. Anyone, and I mean anyone who threatens her. Throwing hands, man. I'm throwing hands. Oh, lovely. Oh, it's Adam and Rhaenyra coming to Caraxes? It's the red one, right? I think that's Caraxes. She doesn't have her crown on. I guess it could fall. She can get like a little fanny pack, keep her crown in it. Ooh, there he is, Sir Simon. Could it be that Adam is Laenor's bastard? Wait, but Laenor wasn't really interested in women, it would seem. There he is. Kill him. Slit his throat.
And to whom are you sworn?
Most of these guys don't even like him, right? So. Winter is coming. He saw the visions. Wow, so he's changed. He's sworn to her.
The realm's only hope is a leader who can unite it, and my brother chose
you. Alright, cool. Lovely. Let's do this.
I am meant to serve you, and all of these with me, until death or the end of our story.
Or the end of our story? What does that mean? Yeah, this guy. Just kill him already. That little smirk. Oh, lovely. Okay. Wait, what about Darren? The other kid. He's a Targaryen too, right? Because they need a dragon. I just thought of it. I could get him as well. Because I don't think Helena is not going. And so Helena has seen the whole thing too. So that was him and her both seeing the vision at the same time. Ooh, that's interesting. So Helena knows the whole Game of Thrones story. She knows that the White Walkers are actually no threat. The long night is actually pretty darn short. She should take her dragon and burn the creators of that show. The last season at least. A couple of them at least.
You have been given a position to which all who serve here aspire. Forgive me, my lord. I will endeavor to improve myself.
It's like you...
I'm trying to help you.
You imbecile.
The help you offer after all this, a reminder to be grateful. I mean no offense. You may go. Do you know what it was like for us? To grow up fatherless, sneered upon as bastards, never sure of the bread to feed us. You know what hunger does to a boy, what grief does, or shame. You are dismissed. I sold fish in the market, and I watched the man beside me walk past with his son and heir around his shoulder, choosing sweetmeats to eat after supper by the fire.
You want him to speak up? Now listen.
But If it is all the same, I will decline any offers of help. If I survive this war, I'll continue as I began, alone.
Like I said, I want him to speak. There you go. What a cruel world it is, man. People just give birth and they forget. It's unimaginable for me, at least. Like, no thought spared for the child, you know, what they might go through, what they might need, who will provide it. None at all. So she's found that dragon. Is she going to tame it? Ride it?
The gods favor you. They put the means to victory in your hand.
And yet, to claim it, I must strike. And in striking, I doom thousands to their death. I do not believe my father would have wished.
He left you with no choice. Be strong. You know you are just.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, this side has thinkers, which is what Helena is too.
You must prevail.
And who pays the price?
Small folk.
Come.
He's like, I already have.
Begging your pardon, Your Grace.
I had to see you.
Alisson.
Who knows?
None save my protector. He laid down his sword at your gate.
Wow.
Been, I think, mistaken.
In what?
I was raised to believe there was an order to things. There was security.
Sit down, at least. Oh.
Resented you, I think, for caring so little for any of it, for knowing what you wanted. I did not know what I wanted.
That stance she has.
Expected of me.
Such a difference in the two, you know?
Or rather, it was taken from me. All those I put my faith in. My husband, my father, my lover, my son.
The incorruptible queen sullies herself with a lover.
Do not judge me for what you yourself have done. Your father died. I took comfort with another. I too have desires.
But you alone made virtue your banner.
And I
That's true.
to be free of all this endless plotting and striving. The crown will pursue war and victory at any cost. But as for me, take my daughter and her child and leave it all behind.
It's too late, Alicent.
As you said yourself.
You said it yourself.
There it is.
Cities burned, armies march, and you wish to wash your hands of what you yourself set in motion.
Oh, the arrogance of blaming me, as if you would not have been challenged regardless.
Did not your hand bring it forth like a midwife?
I did only what I thought your father wanted.
Oh, go then. Just behind, as you say. Wander in the wilderness. What has it got to do with... Did you come here thinking you would be absolved?
Oh, she's biting her. Oh, lovely. He saw her do that when she was young, when she would be nervous.
Never stopped loving your mother, you know. She was very fond of me and I of him, but she was the vision that sustained him, even after she herself...
Aemond. The baby's out. Oh my goodness, the first episode.
Why have you come here?
We'll soon fly to join Cole in the Riverlands. When he's gone, Rhaenyra as queen will be the crown's authority. You come then to King's Landing, I will see to it our guards throw down their arms. We will open the gates, we will shed no blood. You will enter as a conqueror. Already you have the stronger hand. Once you take the throne, this senseless war must end.
What of Aegon?
Well...
He's broken beyond recognition.
Yeah.
He lies in the dark, in pain and terror. He has many faults, but he still heeds his mother. I believe I can prevail upon him to bend the knee. If
No! Still! You defend him! Will you shrink from what you set out to do, or will you see it through and make your sacrifice? A son for a son.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Is this a setup? Hold on, this is a setup.
You have much changed.
Let us be done with this, please.
And what do I do with you now?
You let me go to do what I promised. Cast myself on the mercy of a friend who once loved me.
History will paint you a villain.
This is a setup.
Cold queen, grasping for power and then defeated.
Let them think what they must. I am at last myself.
If she's telling the truth, I apologize for saying everything that I said about her before. But I think this is a setup.
It was decided for me long ago. Go.
I know she's suffocating in King's Landing, and so she probably does believe everything she said, and she does want to do everything she said, but that is her son. at the end of the day. Regardless of what her son might be, I don't know a mother who would do what she said she will do. That's why I'm thinking it's a setup. Because they've tried to bring Otto back as well. And you know Otto, he's pretty good at planning things out. Starks! Let's go! Your turn! I love that they're because they did the Stark thing and now they're doing the Lannister. Oh, lovely. Okay. Man, the attention to detail in these shows is just stupendous. Those are dragon eggs on his armor. Wow. So how many were they? Oh man. You know what? Are they pulling a Jon Snow here? Otto? I love Raidu, she's so beautiful, but damn, she's got a massive forehead. I'm one to talk. Look at this. Come on, man. Aegon's leaving. Wow. That's the end. What an episode. So much setup. Dun, 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 dun. I told you, normally episode 9, the one before the finale, is the one where it all goes down, you know? Lovely. Pretty good stuff here, man. Oh, I'm so excited for what is to come. And if you are as well, join my Patreon. It helps me, man. Yeah, full-length reactions are there. These videos go up early there as well. So check it out. Yeah, thank you, every single one of you, for supporting me always. Alright, wow. What an episode this was. So much to talk about. Alright, so where do I even start? The whole situation with the bastards. Ellen finally speaking up to Corlys, letting him know how difficult it was. Like I already mentioned, it is so unfortunate that that happens in that world, but obviously it happens in this world, in the real world as well. People just bring children into this world and they just abandon them without any thought for what exactly they're going to go through, how they're going to be raised, you know. I mean, we saw the one guy, I forgot his name, whose daughter literally died of hunger because the Targaryens turned their backs on him, similar to Corlys, how he did what he did to Alan. Now, the thing with Alan and Adam is that they're supposed to be brothers, but I don't know if they are. So it is confirmed that Alan, at least, is Corlys' son, and this was obviously implied in the previous episodes with Rhaenys as well. But the reason why I'm saying Alan and not Adam both, even though they are saying that they're brothers, although, you know, brothers could mean more than one thing, like, you know, the people at the wall, right? The crows are brothers as well, right? The knights and so on and so forth. It doesn't exactly mean brothers as in having the same parents. The reason why I say that is because I used to think that Valarians could ride dragons, but now I'm finding myself to rethink that, because the only reason I thought that was because the Valarian children could ride dragons, but of course the children were half Targaryens, and we've never seen Corlys ride, so that means the Valarians can't, or maybe they can, I'm not entirely sure, but If they can, then all right, it's cool. But if they can't, then Adam cannot be Corlys's son. Or maybe he is, but then who's the mother? Because the mother has to be Targaryen. And it's not Rhaenys, because that's just your child, and that's not like a bastard, right? Interesting stuff. Anyway, so there's that. Then there's Daemon seeing the visions, seeing everything really, all the way up to Dany and so on and so forth, his role and everything. And once he sees all of that, he then turns and he's like, okay, I'm no longer, I don't want to be a king. I want to be a king, but I shouldn't be. I'm going to instead do what is right, which is support you because that's what Viserys wanted, and so on and so forth. And it was a pretty great scene. Again, him riling up the crowd, the troops. Like I said, he's a great warrior. And he would make a great warrior king as well. Rhaenyra, on the other hand, is very good at being diplomatic, as we have seen throughout this season. By the way, speaking of Rhaenyra, she has said that she wants to, or she is fighting for the common people when she's talking to Mysaria in particular. And I believe her up to some extent, but you have to understand something. I don't think maybe they don't realize this or what exactly is happening, but I mean, we saw that with Jace here and also with her. She rarely wears the crown when with her council. But when she was with these new people, new dragon riders, she wore her crown. And I think that was to stamp her authority. I mean, they know she's the queen. She doesn't need the crown, right? When she's with her council, she doesn't wear the crown because they know she's the queen. She doesn't need the crown. Why wear it here? And we saw what happened with Jace as well. That was pretty obvious. He thinks less of them, and I think Rhaenyra might do as well. And of course, if you're in that sort of a society and you're brought up to believe what they believe, you would naturally. So I thought it was kind of ironic that this whole time they're talking about the small folk and the common people and so on and so forth. And then the first chance they get at interacting with them, that's how they react. But I mean, I get it. I get Jace's point of view at least. He's a bastard himself after all, so there's that. Was this a mistake, though, bringing these people into this family and give them dragons and stuff? Was it? Because Ulf seems like a menace. Like I said, it's kind of annoying, but at the same time, I get it. Like, he is him, and he is being him, so that's great. That world being that world, how exactly is that going to turn out is my point. I'm not entirely sure, but I suppose we will find out soon. I touched on this a little bit during the reaction as well. There's sort of a civil war brewing inside of a civil war. You have Alicent and Rhaenyra plotting against their own families. Aegon and Aemond, Daemon and Rhaenyra, but that's been resolved now. So there's a lot of civil wars going on in this one. So they got another dragon as well now. Well, we didn't really get to see him, but I doubt that she's going to die here, but why? This is House of the Dragon from the world of Game of Thrones. I thought Ned Stark was never, ever, ever, ever going to die because I thought he was the main character. And he was, but he died. And so many more, not just him. That was one of the first ones, the first shocker, I want to, I don't know, I feel like she's going to claim this dragon, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, well, she can't die. I don't know, this is a wild one, a wild dragon, that is. Also, going back to Rhaenyra and Alicent's whole thing, I was thinking about this, really, and didn't get a chance to touch on it. But Alicent, when this whole thing first started, this war or battle or whatever, Alicent literally told Aegon and her children basically that Rhaenyra was going to come for them and they're going to kill them because that's the only way she can become a queen. It has to be that way. And then in this very episode, that's what she says, a son for a son. Now, of course, at that point, Rhaenyra had no interest in killing her children. That was just something that she did not want to do. And she doesn't, actually, if you think about it, she doesn't want to do it now either, but she now knows that maybe there isn't a choice. So she kind of has to do it. It's just interesting how, something that she was so fearful of is something that she agreed to do herself now. And the thing that she was fearful of is the thing that she actually made happen. Like, this wasn't going to happen. Rhaenyra was not going to do this if she had not done, Alicent had not done, not just Alicent, Aemond actually, if we're going to be honest, Aemond at every turn makes things worse. He escalates the situation, I mean, he was the one who attacked Lucerys, right? He was the one who attacked Aegon, who he was the one who in this episode attacked Sharppoint. So at every time that he gets angry or he's been embarrassed or some like along those lines, he came back at Aegon because of that scene in the brothel. He did what he did in this one because Rhaenyra has more dragons, simply because of that. So whenever something like that happens to him, the eye thing with the dragon and Lucerys, right? You already know that. So whenever something like that happens, he takes it out on someone else. Someone else punished because he is too insecure, which is kind of, he is crazy though. We know that. So there's that. Oh, and by the way, Aegon's dragon is actually dead. It's I mean, he did get burned in fire, but then again, that is a dragon. If a human can survive that same fire, then so can that dragon. I don't know. That one was kind of like, is he, or are you going to reveal him later and surprise us? I don't know. By the way, Helena is, I care about her even more now because she's, of course, like Alison said, the most gentlest or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, she's a very kind person. So that's why I like her. And I think most people would too. But now that I know that she actually knows everything, she is kind of like Bran now, kind of like the Three-Eyed Raven. So, like, the vision that we saw with Daemon is something that she has seen as well. So it was the both of them seeing it. And she was the one who spoke to him in that vision as well. And she obviously spoke to Aemond there at the end. And I like how Aemond was crying when he was with her because, of course, that's his sister. But, and we've seen this before with Alicent as well. And, of course, that lady that he goes to in the brothel as well, that he does long for that bond, with someone. He doesn't want to be lonely, but he just simply doesn't know how to, or perhaps the position that he's in maybe doesn't allow for it to be. Whatever it is, basically he's deprived of it, and we can really see that. Every time there's something like that happening, you can see tears in his eyes, and you can see him getting really emotional, which is really sad if you really think about it, John. I mean, but yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, does Helena? So can she communicate with anyone? Is she kind of like a warg? Not really a warg, but that's something that the Starks have, the people in the North, basically. But like, can she communicate with Bran? That other dude, I forgot his name. The one that was carrying Bran with his sister. Forgot his name. Anyways, doesn't matter. Yeah, man, it's really interesting. There's so much setup going on, so much setup, and I'm so excited. Tylan doing his thing as well with the Admiral, person. I'm not sure if that's like I don't understand. I'm not sure if that's like a woman or a man, or you know what I mean. Please help me with that. I thought she was because, or they were because they looked like it, but then they said wives there at the end. So I was like, wait, it is what it is. But yeah, please do correct me if I'm wrong in anything, of course, but that in particular, because I'm a little confused. I'm not sure how where they fall in it. And apologies if I have pronounced the pronouns incorrectly. I do that anyways, because English isn't my first language, so it's tough for me to do that simply because I don't know the language really well. So yeah, do forgive me if I have made a mistake. Because I don't even know if I have. That's the thing, because I'm not entirely sure about this person, and who they are and what they might be. But anyways, What I was going to say about that was that's pretty interesting because that's the sort of the other people, right? So that's the Tyroshis, the Triarchy, right? That region, which is sort of outside of Westeros, outside of the Seven Kingdoms, not really under the rule of these people. So if you really think about it, we had a scene with, well, not a scene, we had a few scenes with Tyrion Lannister. He's also a Lannister with people who would be considered sort of other, like wild and stuff like that. Like the I'm talking about the people. I don't remember exactly what they were referred to, but the tribes, the wild people, the not wildlings, the other ones, where he was asked, "How would you like to die?" and Tyrion's response is, it's a most incredible, witty response ever. Of course, talking about that, that's kind of interesting. That there's that connection going on as well. But yeah, both sides have massive armies now. Both sides, well, one side has way more dragons than the other now. It's going to be pretty interesting how they take it forward. There's a lot of setup, though, a lot of setup. So I just hope that it is an absolute blast in the next few episodes. We're going to leave it on the most important thing I believe in. Well, not the most important, but a big thing that happened in this one. So obviously, Alicent and Rhaenyra made a plan, and reluctantly, Alicent agreed to the plan, which I don't think she would do. A son for a son, I don't think so. I don't think a mother is capable of doing that. I don't think so. Not with her own children, at least. She can do it for her children, but to her children, I don't think so. So what is that? Is that a setup? I think it is. I mean, she seemed genuine, though that's why I'm confused. You know what I mean? Because she actually seemed like she meant what she was saying. But then there's a caveat to that, right? So if you go back to King's Landing, well, Aegon isn't there. We saw him leave with Larys. Larys told him to leave because Aemond was going to kill him. You already tried, literally. Like, you're in this situation because of Aemond. So where does that leave things? Does that... Because Alicent can't, even if she was gonna, which I don't think she was gonna, but even if she was gonna, she can't now. So... what now? You know what I mean? Was that whole situation? That's what I'm saying. There's like so much going on that it's gonna be a blast the next few episodes. You know what I mean? It's just gonna boom, 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 explosions all around. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, actually, speaking of Aegon, he wanted to be called the Realm's Delight, which of course is what they called Rhaenyra. So that's brilliant. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If I missed anything, please do let me know in the comments down below. And do let me know what shows or movies you'd like me to see in the future. Movies more so, because they're easier to do because they're shorter. But, you can suggest shows as well. And if you haven't subscribed, then go ahead and subscribe. So when I upload those videos, you can go ahead and see them. Also, on Patreon, everything goes up first, so you can see them there before anybody else, and full-length reactions are there as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a nice